Yes,
Ready
ready.
ka, ready ka.
Okay. So, shall I start? Okay, so happiest evening to all my brothers and sisters. Today we are in the day 24th session of Blender. So I'm glad to welcome you all for this session. And today you are all having the equal opportunity to start the session by asking some questions or by asking some riddles. If you are willing, means you can ask it to your friends, or otherwise I'll ask two riddles. You can guess the answer. Anyone is willing?
Ma'am, what ma'am? Can you repeat?
Okay. Today you are all having the equal opportunity to start the session by asking some riddles or by telling some news, something related that. So if no one is willing, means I can ask the question. I can ask one riddle, so you guys can guess and answer the riddle.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. I'll ask. And the first riddle is, I'm the son of water, but when I return to water, I die. I'm the son of water, but when I return to water, I die. Who am I?
Fire.
No, fire is not the son of water. Guess.
Ice cube.
Yeah, right. Super. Okay. And the next riddle is, and the answer for this riddle is related to blender. Okay. So try to answer this question. Which one has four legs but it can't walk? Which one has four legs but it can't walk? Answer for this question is
Char.
what? Yeah, right. Okay, good. Okay. With the same enthusiasm, we'll move on to the session. And now I would like to welcome Santhosh to start his presentation. Santosh, are you there?
Hello.
Okay, okay, can start.
Good evening. Okay, I'll share my screen now. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, okay. So today we are going to discuss about inverse kinematics. So inverse kinematics, what do you think about inverse kinematics? Can anyone unmute and say?
Reverse motion.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Any other answers?
Something related to motion.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So inverse kinematics nothing but it's opposite to forward kinematics. Inverse kinematics is the process of joining an armature with another armature using chains. Okay, with this we can change the motion of our armatures. Okay, now I'll show one example. For that, first we need to add armatures. I'll add one. I'll change into edit mode. And I should flip it now. Okay, flipped it. Okay, now I'm going to add another armature above this. So what's the shortcut key for adding another armature above this is E. Select the pole of the armature and select E to extrude another new armature. Okay, okay. So you can see I made another armature. So again I need to flip it. The shortcut key for flip is Alt plus F. For that first you need to move on to edit mode. Okay, now I add another one. I'll again flip it. Okay. You know it's a bit cross, so I should again select the pole of the armature and I should make it straight. Okay, we made it straight. So now we want to move on to pose mode. So if we, after moving to pose mode, only we should add in inverse kinematics. So for that we need to move on to constraint, add bone constraint. In that in the tracking constraint we should add inverse kinematics. So you can see that we have added inverse kinematics. So, okay. I set the target as armature and I'll add chain. So if I add one chain, it's this one around moving. You can see that only one bone is moving. But now if I add another one, what's this? I start from first. So if I add two constraints, I can move this bone. It's not working now, I think so. So I'll try again, but it's not working. You can see here, I didn't add any chain, but it's going because previously I selected this one, so it's joined here. You can see that, so it's moving. So I will add it. You can see that it's moving now. Last time I didn't merge it, so it may come in proper. You can see now if I change it to 1, if you change it 1, you have already seen that this only one single bone could move. So that's inverse kinematics, and it's far different from forward kinematics, which is in forward kinematics we can only move the single bone, except that we can't move any bone. So that's one reason which is it's different from forward kinematics. And forward kinematics is used as used to swing the legs of our uh, character, and next inverse kinematics used to take sit-ups like that. And you can see that this is look similar like a cycling. Okay, okay, now another this one.
Draw. Bro, can you repeat again?
Okay, see, now I added added for these three bones inverse kinematics. So you can see that this color changed. So you can see that we can also apply similar techniques used in this too. See here, you can see that it's working. Okay, try on this. Yes, you can see I didn't join it with anything, so it's not moving with its supported one, so it's allowed swinging. So this can be used like, see, like this looking like swinging your legs. This one looks like pedaling or else running, whatever it is.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
It's very useful for creating our characters and characters. So it's an important topic in our Blender. Okay, that's it about this one. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Ramyaka, can I start? Am I audible?
Okay, start பண்றேன்.
Okay, now. Happy evening, all. Jailani here. In this session, we are going to learn about constraints, specifically copy and limit constraints. First, constraint. What is constraints? Constraints are mostly used in rigging. They allow us to form simple and complex relationship between object or armature bone. With that, there are two main types of constraints, and they are object constraints and bone constraints. Bone constraints are similar like object constraint, but they are assigned to bone. So this is a short introduction of constraints. Let's get into the menu. The two object wrapped icon is the constraint icon. So object constraint icon. So clicking by that, see, by clicking, we can access the menu. From here, we have copy location, copy rotation, basically copy constraints. There are 4 copy constraints and 4 limit constraints. So in this session, we are going to talk about this, learning about this. Okay, let's get into the copy constraint. Copy location, rotation, scale, and transform. What is basically it does is copies the location of another object and place wherever there is. Let me do a demonstration. I am here applying an copy location. This menu is like a modifiers menu, so you can access it easily. Target is our, I'm just cancelling it, applying into the cube, copy location, and to the monkey. So the cube is went to the position of the monkey. Actually, what is happening here is the cube is moved to the location of the monkey. For example, the monkey is in the Z3 and X00. This is a coordinate system. You will be learning this on the 9th standard. So like that, the monkey will say, and the cube will say, let me come to the 003. Like that, it will be moved. We can access that, don't go to X0. Like that, we can turn off from here. So what is happening is, it will copy that location every frame. So it will give us an gives result like this. It will follow our monkey on X, Y, but not on Z, because we have turn off Z here. So there is another column here, another radial button. So this basically what is that? Does it? If monkey is in 3, it will go to the opposite of 3. Opposite of 3 is -3. So if we turn on this, you can see some effect like this. Uh, okay. So it is moving inward. 1 second. Okay, now you can see that it's moving. If the monkey goes down, the cube comes up. Like that, you can see it will like a mirror effect. So like that, you can understand the copy constraint. And another thing here, you can see offset. Offset is will not go to the monkey's location, but I will be standing on the offset like that. They will be having an agreement. Place it right here. It will maintain its offset, like offset between friendship, relationship, some distance. And here it's world space, target owner. Uh, this is about the orientations. I'll give a short example for this. Local and rotating on z-axis, and if I move this on x local axis, you can see some different sort of transitions. So this will be taught in the orientation chapter, will be on the week 4. Okay, let's continue. And here you can see some influence. By decreasing this, the offset will be decreased according to the slider. So if we cancel this uh, constraint, close this constraint, it will apply to it, and you can see the object is on the monkey's location. For this should not could happen, we should use this button, which is keep the result and delete the constraint, which means you can see it in the visual. If I cancel, you can see the cube is placed on its place within the constraint during the constraint, and this all equals to all the remaining 3 constraints. Actually, it's a demonstrating here will be applied to the bone constraints. Actually, set on the first. There are 2 types of constraints: object constraints and bone constraints. There are minor difference between both constraints. Okay, let's go to the limit constraints with a small example. Okay, we scale this cube. Okay, Alt and Z for the position, grabbing and Z, and right here scaling the cube by pressing Z in pie mode and pie frame, and shift S for pie menu, selection to cursor. So let's talk about the limit constraints. So that's all the copy constraint. It will
Bro,
be
what is the shortcut key for file menu?
which pie menu, bro? View pie menu or 3D cursor pie menu?
3D cursor.
Shift S on Blender 2.93. Maybe 8.0
Okay.
or also 2.93. See, sorry.
And another one?
Another one Z, just Z. I'm saying
Okay.
all this in 2.93.
Okay, bro.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about the limit constraint. Before copy constraint is completed, like that everything will apply. We have, I did a demonstration with a location, like that it's all similar to rotation, scale and transform. Just it will not copy the location data, it will copy the rotation data, that's all. So let's go to the limit constraints. On limit, I am going to explain the location, and like that it will be similar. Okay, actually what it does is this will limit our location. This mean range. You should not move after this range. Like mom-child relationship, you will have. Don't go to the next street. Play within the house. Like that. There is a minimum distance and maximum distance. So minimum distance is from here, and maximum distance is from there. That's it. And by turning this on and trying to move the monkey, you can see no difference. And increasing the Z to something like 10, no, maybe 5, So maximum you can move to 5 meter and minimum you can move to 0 meters. So I'm grabbing on Z. You can see that it stuck on the 5. It can't move after 5 because it's limited. The constraint is limited the location. And here for a better understanding, I'm going to make a demo from tutorial. Okay, having on C right here, like touching the imaging this cube as a wall and touching the wall like this and in for the quick panel menu and items here the scale is 3.88 something, just copy it and paste it on C. So as we are using a cube, I have some mathematical brain. So the cube all have equal 4 sides. This is a cube, so 6 sides. Uh, so all will be the same parameter. I'm just copying it and pasting in other parameters. Just in minimum adding minus for cube to negative, go to the negative. Just using my max brain. Okay, grabbing it, you can see an wall effect. It can't move from the cage like effect, so it's limiting the from upper X top view. It can't move from the cage like it's
Bro,
limited.
can you do it again? The cage effect.
Cage effect is not important, bro. The matter is important. It's limit the location. That's it. If I scale the cage, you can see the cage effect will gone. The matter is important. Okay, undo. To understand this concept only, not the cage. Okay, where am I?
Okay, bro. 1 minute. Can you explain again this concept?
Okay, nice question, tricky question. Okay, limit location is actually limiting your range. It's having some thing like you should not cross this area and from this area. You should play around with this area, like our mom told no. So like that, it telling some orders to our monkey. So our monkey is respecting that. That's all. And here it have some error. I just slapped on the wall and I moved my cursor. You can see the x parameter is changing. The location parameter is still now changing. What's happening here is it's still counting the parameters. In visual, in 3D code, we have stuck in the wall, but in the program, we are moving the cube. For that, it have an option. I am setting below the maximum value and minimum value. Within the maximum value and minimum value, it may or something. I think I'm mixing up. Okay, what should we do for this option is just place your object below the maximum and minimum value, within the minimum, between the minimum and maximum value. So turning on this option and grab the error is solved. You can see it's only changing the y and z, not x. So I think I finished up and I have an example also. Let me demonstrate that. Helping all the things and monkey, you see, E for pi menu, solid, and shift A for a camera, and applying and constraint for a camera, copy location, object is monkey, and giving it some offset, and grabbing on Y, positioning the camera, and 0 to camera view, rotate, get to view the camera. I think it's failed. Rotating on Z like this and rotating on Z, X and rotating on X. Okay, actually positioning the camera, and you can see if we move the monkey, the camera will also move. This will follow the camera. We can use this thing on a third person view or front person view to pair this with an eye or pair this with an back of the person. So like that, it will give some effect. So we can use in cinematic shots like that. And what else I'm checking anything is forgot. I forgot. One sec. Okay, I actually forgot one thing. Bone constraints. So adding a monkey again and adding some armature, actually one of the armature, a single bone, and scaling it, and edit mode is subdivide it to two pocket two armatures and parenting to the bones. So using this monkey is an subject and target is armature, copy rotation actually. Rotation, eyedropper tool, armature. Actually this is eyedropper tool. With this you can set the thing in the viewport. So I think I also forgot this. Selecting the armature and it's asking like what bone you should act for this. So we can name our bones. Post mode control tab for post mode, and we can also access from it here. And naming our bones with the green bone icon, we can name our bone. I'm naming it top and bottom. And now we can see something. Okay, object mode, and as the constraints here, selecting the bone, it's top bone. So it copies the top bone's rotation. In post mode, we can see control tab for post mode. If we move the armature, the mesh will move, the monkey will move. So this is constraints. And if we want to move invert this reaction, we should use the bone constraint. If you want to use the bone constraint, let me clear this.
Bro, if we do like that means sometime the monkey face is dissolved.
Can you ask once again?
If you do that means the monkey face is sometime dissolved.
Yes, it's copying the armature's rotation, so it's this one. It's rotated itself.
Okay. Okay, bro.
Okay, let me continue. And using this applying to for invert, you will be using the okay fine. And for inversion, I am using applying the constraint to the bone, actually the armature. Copy rotation using the eyedropper tool. Now it's not copying the single bone's rotation. It's actually copying the. It's not copying eyedropper tool. What happened? Okay, Susan is not selected. Okay. Sorry, I messed up with the menu. Here you can see bone is wrapped with an object menu. This is bone constraint, and here and I think I have some bug with my version. Let me get my new file. Get to the loop, shift A, creating a monkey, Z axis, controls and shift A, and also pressing the bone, scale, rotate, and tab, subdivide. Okay. Let me back to the thing, copy rotation, and I draw control to Susan, and Okay. The monkey, if the monkey rotates, the whole armature is moving. In the previous effect, we rotated a single bone and the mesh is moved. But here we are moving a whole mesh and the armature is moving. Our goal is move only one bone, so that the bone constraint is here to help us. Bone constraint and mm, get out. Okay, I think I'm doing an error. Okay, that's all. I will be telling that in the last. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you. Any queries? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, bro.
Any queries?
I think no.
Okay,
No,
then
bro.
that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdul, and thank you, Santosh, for your valuable presentations. Now, I would like to call upon Prathiba to start her presentation.
Am I audible?
Akash, kindly mute yourself. Yes, Prathiba, you are audible.
Wait a minute, I'm going present. Is my screen is visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Right.
Now it's not
Happy
visible.
evening to one and all. I am Prathiba. Today I'm going to
Your
teach
screen
about
is not
bone
visible.
layers. Wait a minute. Now is it visible?
Yeah, it is visible.
Yeah.
Today I'm going to talk about bone layers. By this, I'm going to make this bone layers in a Minecraft toy, not downloading or uploading a free 3D image. By that, I'm going to make in a Minecraft toy. For that, going to front ortho view and adding another cube. For that, shift D. Now, this is the body of the Minecraft and this is the main part. That is the head of the Minecraft. Again, shift D. Below the head of the Minecraft as a body. Now I want the body size half of the head, so that I'm going to right ortho view and decrease the size as half of the head. So yes, y and 0.5. So it is half of the head. I'm going to little bit increase the body so that it will be perfect looking. S Y again. Now it is enough for me. Now going to edit mode. I'm going to extend the body's size or length. For that, going to face selection and clicking the bottom of the face and extending. It is okay for the body, I think so. Okay. Now Again, going to right ortho view. Now, object mode. Now I want two arms, so that as arms means I want the same width and size of the body, so that shift D of the body and keeping at the size of side of the body. Now, okay, I think so. Wait a little bit. Okay. Again, yes, Y, decreasing the size of the hand or arm. G for grab it and placing it near the body. Uh, as keeping the bones, we need two bones for this arm, an upper arm and lower arm. For that, if we place two arms without selecting or cutting these arms, it will be messed, and something it will be like collapsed. So that I'm going to cut this arm by loop cut method. So that going to edit mode and control R, placing it in the center of the arm and just right click. Now when we move these arms to upper arm and lower arm, we want to move the elbow, so that I'm going to give bevel, control B and extruding. Now it is okay, fine. We tap again, control R to that for the center of the bevel, so that the elbow will be created between these two upper arm and lower arm. Control R, again giving right click. Okay. Now we have another arm, no, so that I'm going to duplicate this one. So that going to object mode, shift D, and I'm placing it here. I think it's imperfect, so that place it near of the body. Okay, now I think okay, now it's perfect. Zooming. Okay, now we are going to make legs, so that for legs also the same process of the arms, so that again shift D for one leg and shift D for another one. Now going to right ortho view. Now I'm going to place it in here. I'm going to place this. Okay. Just little bit decrease the size of the leg. Yes, Y, and to decrease again for next arm, S, Y, and to decrease these leg size. Okay, now it is perfect. I'm going to place it in the below the body. Okay, now it's perfect. Now let's come to the bones. For that, I'm going to put the edit mode and wait, first I select all the parts. Now going to edit mode, and to add the bone, I'm going to shift A. Wait, object mode, shift A. I'm going to armature and select single bone. I'm going to place this bone here for the wireframe. Place this bone. Sorry. front of the body. It's called the spine bone. You already know the body's bone, it will be calling as spine. And choosing this one and grabbing G, place it in here. Right. Okay. Now it is perfect. Again going to wireframe, picking that bone. Placing here and up around in a straight. Okay, now it's perfect. Now I'm going to keep the size. Wait, wireframe. Okay. I'm going to extrude this size. For that, going to tab and selecting this. Okay, also enough for me. And pressing this one, it will, and E, it will give another bone. The body, there are two spine bones, so there are two bones. Now, again to object mode. Now I'm going to name it as
Sister,
yes,
how you make the second bone?
second bone. Wait, I will just explain. Control is that. Wait. X. Wait, now I'll just explain again. Shift A and adding a single bone, keeping this bone here in center of the lower center of the body, and going to edit mode and extrude. Decreasing the size of the lower bone. Okay, it's enough. And again, now I press E, then I increase node, the another bone will be appear. Now it's clear, Vishal?
Yeah, clear.
By pressing the E button, and another bone will appear. Okay. I'm placing things here. Now I'm going to name. Wait just a minute. Now I'm going to name these bone as spine bone. Okay. Now going to head, adding another single bone. Where is that? Here. Now adding for that head, and again I said to Veil Vishal, going to edit mode and pressing E. I am increasing another. If you want single bone means you can also make it as a single bone. No need this bone. Keep it as. Wait a minute. Going to edit mode. X. Again, adding a single bone. I'm placing a single bone for the head. It's a single bone is enough for the head. It will make a move. Because the body will be bending two sides, but not a head. Head only will be moved by the neck. No, okay. We can use only a single bone, single armature bone. Now, as the same procedure done for the body, you are going to place for the both the two arms and both the legs. So, I'm going to select these bones and shift D, adding for the arm. Again, shift D, adding for another arm. Okay, I think it's enough. And shift again, adding for the leg line, increasing the size. It's enough, I think so. Okay, place it down. Again, adding another bone for the another leg. I think it's enough. Now it's finished. You can also name it as first one. I name it as spine bone. No, this one as head bone. And I think okay. As we duplicate all these bone as this one, no, it's giving as a spine bone. If we do a new one, you can name it as a new one. If you change this name, no, as arm.
Sister, is it necessary to change the name?
It's your wish. If you change the name, means it will be useful for it. It will not be confused. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now, to see. Okay, going to edit mode and Control P for parenting. Connected and changing the parent type as keep offset. Before that, going to select these one and shift this one, this one, this one, and Control P on this one. Going to edit mode, Control P, connected, make it as keep offset. So that in my laptop I didn't insert a graphics card so that I can't relate it with the graphics and I can't move the bone, so that I'll finish my topic with this one. This is called layers of bone. Thank you. Any doubts?
No doubt, sister.
No
Thank you.
doubt, sister.
Same topic I will continue tomorrow, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you so much, Prathiba. And now I would like to call upon Uday Kannan to start his presentation.
Sir, is I'm audible? Okay, sir.
Uday Kannan.
Sir, some network issues, sir. Is my screen is visible?
Yep.
Okay, now it's
Accessible.
visible.
Is my Blender screen is visible? Go to track to constraint. You can see here a new tab, sir. Okay, sir. Is my voice is clear now? Okay, sir. Okay. Some network issues there. Here we can see a target option here. we place the eyedrop button and go to and tab on object light. You can see here a blue line as connected to monkey and faced downwards to the workspace. If we can move the object wherever the light rays spread, the that that's that spaces the monkey moves to constraints. That's all the this constraint. And go to next constraints. First of all, we cancel it and add
Bro,
constraint. Yes.
how this tool used for in Blender animation?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
This track tool is used for what purpose?
For for lighting the specificating object.
Okay, bro.
லைட்டை வச்சு எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் பண்ண முடியாம இருக்கிற சார், நம்ம இந்த ஒரு லைட்டை வந்து இந்த ட்ராக் டு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மூலயமா கேப்சர் பண்ணி வச்சிட்டோம்னா அந்த ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மட்டும் தனியா தெரியும். அதுக்காண்டி இந்த ட்ராக் டு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் யூஸ் ஆகுது. நவ் இட்ஸ் கிளியர்?
Yeah, bro. It's clear.
ப்ரோ ஆனா பாயிண்ட் லைட் வந்து எல்லா பக்கமும் தான் லைட்டை ஸ்ப்ரெட் பண்ணும்.
பாயிண்ட் லைட்ல எல்லா டைமும் அந்த லைட்டோட ரேஸ் வந்து மேக்ஸிமமா இருக்காது. பட் ஆனா இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம ஸ்பெசிஃபிகேஷனா கேரக்டர்ஸ்க்கு இந்த ட்ராக் டு ஆப்ஜெக்ட்ஸ் போட்டோம்னா கொஞ்சம் அந்த அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்டே கொஞ்சம் highlighted.
Uday, bro, your voice is not audible. Sometime breaking.
Sometimes, sorry, today over online classes the net is breaking now. Sorry for the issues. Okay, now let's go to next. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. This is stretch tool object, stretch to constraint. Sorry, stretch.
Bro, your voice
Object.
is not
The
audible.
object moves along the and stretch by itself. Voice not audible. Okay, wait a minute.
Uday, you are having network issues, right? Is it okay for you to continue the topic tomorrow? Uday Kannan? Sir? Okay,
Sir,
sir.
sir, can I continue my remaining topic? Just few minutes. Thank you, sir. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro.
I think some error with my machine. I just restarted the Blender. So let's continue. And a small thing about the armature. An armature is a object, and the bone is an armature bone. See this? Okay. Let's apply it. Going to the coarse mode and selecting the particular bone. Add object constraint and copy rotation. Selecting the shoe shine. and here you can see now we have the correcting. We have flipped the reaction successfully. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Any queries related to this?
No,
Abdul,
bro.
can you explain it one again?
Okay, let me start it from the beginning. Monkey grabbing on tree and bringing some armature, scaling it, grab, okay, and shoot. Okay. Uh, check. Okay. First, using the monkey, I'm going to make a copy constraint right here and copy rotation, selecting the armature, and here you can see the bone and we want to name the bone. So in this case, I'm just seeing the bone. This bone one. And naming the bone is very good habit. It's a very good habit. And okay, right here bone one, and here you can see if I rotate the bone in the post mode, the object is reacting to that. So our task is flip this reaction. So for that I'm using the bone constraint here and removing the copy constraint from the monkey and going to pose mode, selecting the particular bone and going to the bone constraint menu, which is here blue. Yeah, bone is wrapped to an object icon like that, and copy rotation with eyedropper tool, selecting the susine, and that's it. If you rotate the monkey, the bone will react. So for this reaction, we are using the bone constraints. Any other doubts?
No, thank you.
No, bro.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hi, sir. Sir, the question for the quiz is taken from Uday's topic also. Okay. Okay, sir. We'll wind up the session and we'll pay the quiz tomorrow, sir. Are you guys having any queries? Students?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. So thank you all for your cooperation, and thank you Prathiba, Abdul, and Santhosh for your valuable presentation. We'll wind up the session today and we'll continue the quiz tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Dear participant, any one of you willing to recall today's session and tomorrow? Am I audible?
Yes, bro, you are
Yes,
audible.
ma'am.
Can I
Bro,
get the recap?
Yes, bro.
Okay, okay. யாராவது recall பண்றீங்களா?
bro,
சந்தோஷ் ப்ரோ நான் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டடா இருக்கேன்.
ஓகேடா, ஓகே.
போன் லேயர் எடுத்துக்கிட்டா
நாளைக்கு ஓகே, நாளைக்கு நீ இன்னைக்கு நடக்கிற 3 டாபிக்கை மட்டும் பண்ணு.
அப்போ இன்னைக்கு நடத்துற என்னோட டாபிக் நானே பண்ணுமா திருப்பி?
ஆமா, அதையும் சேர்த்து பண்ணிடு. ஓவராலா recall சும்மா ஷார்ட்டா பண்ணிடு. நாளைக்கு ஒரு 4 டாபிக் இருக்கும்.
bro,
நாளைக்கு நியூ டாபிக்
வாய்ஸ்
பண்ணலாமா?
கிளியரா இருக்கா?
கிளியரா இருக்கு.
ப்ரோ இன்னைக்கு நடத்த முடியாத நாளைக்கு நடத்திடுறேன் ப்ரோ. இன்னைக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸஸ் நிறைய இருந்துச்சு ப்ரோ.
ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. Danish Bay TCR and
என்னன்னா புரியல.
லைக் 2 பேர் இருக்கு, தானிஷ் அண்ட் ஈஸியா.
அண்ணா
சொல்றேன்.